pressure. We're going to talk about what that means and how, when you're looking at closing high ticket sales, you want to have that mindset, and why it's very, very important for you to become a servant persuasive leader. That is your goal. You want to become a servant persuasive leader, and you may be wondering what the heck that is. Well, tune in, grab a pen, grab a paper, and your favorite beverage, and we're going to talk about that today, guys. My name is Kathy McReynolds, and if you're an entrepreneur or a business owner and you have a desire to create a business that provides high ticket items, like maybe it's an online course, or you are selling a high ticket product or business opportunity, then you have tuned into the right place. That's what we're going to help you with. So do me a favor, as I'm going to do right now, go ahead and hit that share button so that we could get this message out to other people, and let me know where you are tuning in from so that we can say hello to you. What country you're in, where you at, let us know. I'm going to share this out to some people right now. So let me go ahead and hit that share. We got share once, and we're going to share a couple more times to some pages that we have going on. All right, guys, I appreciate you all. And we're going to go ahead and dive into this topic today. What are we talking about? I said, please don't misrepresent my enthusiasm for pressure. Have you ever been in the position where you're trying to sell something and, you're getting uncomfortable and you feel the other person is uncomfortable? They're saying to you, you're pressuring me. Now, some of you might be pressuring them, depending on where your mindset is and where you're at. But I want you to think about it this way. When you absolutely 100% believe that your product and your service is the only way for that person to achieve their goals, then you go that extra mile. It's kind of like you're working with your kids or, the people that you love. When you know that you can help them, your job as a professional, this is where the servant persuasion comes in. Your job as a professional is to have it become a natural part of you, where you're having a conversation with someone, but you're persistent. And so what I want to do is I want to share it with you, like the 3 keys that you must have and that you will feel when you're closing high ticket sales. And when you're closing high ticket sales, is either going to require you to be face to face with them or on a Zoom presentation. You can never close high ticket sales with just a basic conversation and just giving facts. They must see the knowledge. And we're talking high ticket or premium. We're talking sales that are $1,000 or over. Most people aren't going to just whip out their credit card without having a conversation. And sometimes about $2,000, because people will buy stuff online once you build that credibility up with them for about $2,000 and under without physically talking to you. Anything over $2,000, you must be on a phone conversation with them. And that's what we're talking to you about. And guys, I want you to know that the same effort and the same skill set that it takes to sell something for $50 is the same it takes to sell something for $2,000. So that's our goal. We want to help you to bring that value. If you're looking to start a course, we actually have a training class that's coming up. It's in October. So go to ecourseU.com, and you can take a look at what we have going on. And I would love to have you a part of that so that we can help you create that business that you desire and deserve before the end of 2020 hits here. So let's talk about the 3 things that you need to become a servant persuasive person, if I can talk today. Number 1, you must be persistent. If you're not being persistent about what you believe in, then no one else is going to believe in it. And you're going to feel it's going to be difficult. It's not going to be easy. And the reason why is not because it's hard, it's because you're feeling uncomfortable, which is number 3. So if you're persistent, you understand that it's going to be difficult, and that you feel uncomfortable, and you're also making them feel uncomfortable, not about what you're selling them and helping them with, but with the fact that what you're doing is an uncomfortable situation. It's going to require changes. It's going to require people to really take a deep look at themselves and make changes. We were doing role play with our company, iFit Studio. It's a non-invasive company where we help people create passive income. And the lowest ticket on that is a $50,000 sale. So people are going to feel uncomfortable. You have to ask those questions like, do you have at least $35,000 to invest? And if they say no, you have to be willing in a professional and persuasive way to end that conversation so that you're not wasting your time nor their time. And that's okay. And that's what, as we were role playing that with the team this morning, they're like, oh, okay, I get it. And it's just always being professional. So I'll give you an example of that conversation that we had. We call this the pre-setup. You always have to pre-set up your call before you actually get them on a Zoom presentation or you're sitting in front of them. So on the pre-setup of some of the questions that we'll ask is, number one, what has you open to a passive income? So when they tell us, like, for example, the role play we used this morning, they talked about the person was acting as if they were a doctor and they wanted to retire, but they don't have enough money in retirement and they want to just ensure that their retirement is going to be better. And so that conversation went like, so, why do you need passive income? And he's like, okay, so I want to retire and I'm not sure that I'm going to have enough money to retire with. I know it'll be comfortable, but I want it to be a little better. So earning some additional income will help in making that happen. So how much? So now after you had that conversation with them, well, what's your plan now? What are you doing now to earn that additional income? And nothing. I have no plans in place. So that was the answer to that question. Here's the next one. How much do you need to make in order to feel comfortable? So let's just say they said, I need an extra $2,000 coming in a month. Okay, so why $2,000? And so you see how I'm asking questions, because you have to be like that doctor, that attorney, where you're getting all the facts about a person. Like when I'm asking that question, I am not at all thinking about our products or services. You're thinking about what is it that person needs? Am I the one to help them? Is my products and services, what I offer, will it get them what they need? And if you 100% believe that what you have will help that person, will get that person the results of that $2,000 that they want, then you are doing your job properly. You cannot move on to that actual appointment until you know where they're at. And, I tell them, it's like you go into the doctor's office. What's the very first thing they do? They give you this clipboard. You got to go through that and you got to answer all of these questions. And when you answer all of these questions, then that's when you can sit as a professional persuasion person, a servant persuasion, and get the right answers. So those are some of the things that you must do. And you got to believe that your company and the product that you have is the only option. Yeah, it is absolutely the only option. And when you do that, because you're asking those questions in the proper way, in the proper order, you're going to get the results that you're going to get the results for that person that they need. So you got to ask yourself this. Are you willing to say to someone, don't misrepresent my enthusiasm for pressure? I'm not here to pressure you. I'm simply here to help you make a decision that's in your best interest. And if I feel that I can't help you make that decision, I'm going to let you know. Because see, people are so used to being sold. People are so used to people pressuring them to buy something. You have to come across as that servant leader, that person who is there to get all of the facts. And then once you have the facts, you're going to offer a solution, and that solution will either be your product or service, or you can recommend them to someone else, and people will appreciate that. So guys, you got to believe first that you have what it takes, and you must be trained to stay in the game. And what do I mean by you must be trained to stay in the game? Here's some things that you want to do. Number one, what is your pre-call questionnaire? what are the questions that you ask during your pre-call questionnaire? So for our companies, and like when we're doing the training and we're teaching you how to get high ticket sales, there's questions that we teach you how to ask. So and it depends on which niche you're in, but the basic questions is, number one, why do you want to do what you do? What are you looking for? What pain are you in now? And what problem is that costing you right now? And what solutions do you have for it? So when you take all of that and you put it together into a pre-call questionnaire, it lets you know if this is the person that you want to continue to have that conversation with and move it to that next level. So I hope that brought you guys value. If you want to get into the details of how we actually go through the sales training and the sales call, go to ecourseU.com or KathyMickles.com and book a call with us so that we can find out where you're at, what you're looking for, and what solution that we can offer for you in order to help you move to that level that you desire to in life. Appreciate you guys. Do me a favor and go ahead and hit that share button and have an awesome and amazing day.